This is Feel Good Friday.
Hello, welcome to Will and Letha's reading channel for kids.
I think everybody just wants to help others during this time.
And then you pull it around, so that's how it has the expanding ability. So,
how do I look? Not bad?
We are donating everything we can within our means.
We're very impressed with everyone banding together to help their neighbors. It's really quite beautiful.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. This is a very difficult time for Michigan, our country, and the world, but staying positive is important. So tonight we are going to take the next 30 minutes to bring you strictly good news stories, and we hope this newscast will remind everyone that there's still good when everything seems bad. Okay, Matt, our director, let's start the clock on our first 6 minutes of good news. And we start with the Ingham County Sheriff, who, when he heard a local boy was stuck at home social distancing on his 11th birthday, took matters into his own hands. The sheriff, along with a sergeant and deputy, brought Ryan several gifts, including a backpack, some school supplies, some toilet paper, and hand sanitizer just for fun. And it turns out there's quite a few first responders saving birthdays in this state. We've heard fire departments are also answering that call as well, sometimes with a mini parade. In fact, if you live in Meridian Township and have a child spending a birthday away from others, give them a call. They've got you covered. So how about taking care of our first responders? Well, that is, of course, happening too. Starting in Diamonddale, the Morning Glory Cafe and Bakery donated and delivered 100 of their signature pot pies to local first responders today. They took donations to help buy the ingredients, and so many people wanted to help, they even got enough to donate 100 more next week.
I think everybody just wants to help others during this time, and so this was a way that the community could all come together and we could all pitch in and help out our first responders who are really on the first line of this, crazy virus that's going around.
RVs for MDs, that's the name of another program helping first responders. People across the country are donating their recreational vehicles for the time being, so doctors treating COVID-19 patients have a nice place to stay while they stay away from their families to help keep them safe. Those participating say it's a great way for anyone to help those who are on the front lines. And we've got a link to the Facebook page on our website, WLNS.com. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum is doing its part to help as well, selling Dr. Fauci bobbleheads across the country. Take a look. For every one of these sold, it's donating $5 to the 100 Million Mask Challenge. Dr. Fauci has become America's voice of reason as one of the lead members of the White House Coronavirus Task Force. Lansing police also benefited from a good deed this week. Michigrain Distillery donated 10 gallons of its homemade hand sanitizer to the department and the detention facility. Owner Mike Ellis says they're just trying to help any way they can.
Mike and I are true community people. I've spent 20 years in police work here in Lansing Police Department, so this community is very important to me. That's why Mike and I opened up in downtown Lansing. We're very proud of Lansing, and so it was natural. I guess I don't want to sound cliche, but it was a natural thing. This is what Mike and I have in our blood is to give back.
DeLuca's restaurant in Lansing helped feed local firefighters today. It donated pizza to all 6 fire stations. The Italian shop is one of many places across the country closed for sit-down dining, but still offers carry-out service. Remember that cafe in St. John's where everyone was buying meals for other people? We told you about it here on this show for Tell Me Something Good. Well, now the community is paying it forward to the staff who are currently out of a job. It started with a longtime customer who took a tip jar to Oh My Organics next door to help raise money for the cafe. Well, the response was huge and kicked off a whole community movement, which is raising money for a number of businesses in need.
There's a lot more pride in saving yourself than waiting for someone to do so. This is a great community, and we're very impressed with everyone banding together to help their neighbors. It's really quite beautiful.
Yeah, people are really generous, especially at this time, and we really appreciate it.
In northern Michigan, a Traverse City principal didn't let coronavirus-related closures get in the way of announcing this year's valedictorian. In fact, she drove to the fast food restaurant where valedictorian Caitlin Watson was working and delivered the good news in person. Listen.
You are GTA's 2020 class valedictorian.
I am?
You are.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I know we have to stay 6 feet away, so I can't
Oh my God, thank
give you a
you.
hug, but congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well deserved.
Woke up this morning, missing my students. I grabbed my keys and computer and
Well, that was a 4th grade teacher in North Carolina who's going the extra mile too, letting his students know how much he misses them and cares about them. He says in the classroom, he and the students rap, sing, and dance. So to keep things kind of normal, he kept the fun going through his computer. Well, take a look at this. A 7-year-old boy in Maryland just spent his entire life savings, $600, to buy groceries for senior citizens in his community. So far, he has given out more than 125 care packages, and this little guy does not plan, this little girl doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. Also making special deliveries, a golden retriever named Sunny. His Colorado human mom sends Sunny to the neighbor's house. He picks up the list, they go shopping, and then Sunny takes the supplies over so the humans can stay a safe distance away. Sunny also helps with the mail and picks up trash on his walks as well. Well, back here at home, check out this. 2 sisters in Fowlerville decided that since they can't take their kids to see the Easter Bunny this year, they would bring the Easter Bunny to as many kids as possible. They bought a bunny suit on Amazon, got a trailer, decorated it, planned a route, and since 10 a.m. today, kids have been waving to them from their driveways as they pass by. And by the way, they are still going right now. Well, love will make you do the most desperate of things, even in a pandemic, and even if you're continents apart. A Canadian-Egyptian man just couldn't wait to see his Italian-American girlfriend who was alone in Quebec City. So he did nearly the impossible, got the last flight out of Cairo, then decided to race to her and propose.
I didn't think we had time to waste, right? I'm potentially exposing my fiance to a very scary virus. I didn't know how much time we would have, but I didn't want to waste any time. And I wanted her to know, not only that I loved her, but that I was willing to commit myself to her, especially if that meant, we were putting ourselves both at risk.
And on the west side of the state, Helen DeVos Children's Hospital asked the community to show their support for patients by showing them that despite being separated by the virus, everyone is really closer than ever before. And they did so by making a virtual choir of the song Lean on Me by Bill Withers. And that was done before we all learned that he passed away today at the age of 81. We're going to be showing you pieces of that choir singing throughout the rest of this show. And with that, we'll be right back.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
This is Weather First from Storm Tracker 6, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance for whatever lies ahead.
Just another beautiful day across mid-Michigan. Lots of sunshine. Like to get outside or maybe on the water. How about this? It's 2 thumbs up for how about some great weather, people? David, how about that? Yeah, we like that. And of course, you can always post those to our WLNS Facebook page. Right now, we still have some sunshine and 61 degrees. Look at that low humidity, too, at 25%. And in Jackson, still lots of sunshine. You see clouds way in the distance, though. 63 degrees right now with very low humidity. We're keeping an eye on this cold front that's heading our way. It's quite a front, too. Temperatures just behind it, like at Iron Mountain, or at Ironwood, they're in the mid-30s. Iron Mountain, however, they're at 60 degrees. That's quite a cold front, and it will be heading into the mid-Michigan area as we go through the next 24 hours. Precision Cast shows just after midnight, we still have fair to partly cloudy skies, and then those clouds start to move in as we head toward the daybreak period. And then through the day, you see that rain moving across Lake Michigan. It's going to be widely scattered by the time it gets here late morning and midday, and then into the afternoon it gets on out of here, and it looks like Sunday is going to be pretty nice. Temperature wise, 61 in Lansing, 63 in Jackson, 65 in Adrian. As we go through tonight, well, look for clouds to gradually move in. We'll just drop to 39 degrees. And then for tomorrow, now it's going to be scattered showers actually, and a high of 56 degrees. And on the 6-day forecast on Sunday, back to partly cloudy skies, a high in the mid 50s. We're into the 60s again for Monday and Tuesday, although we do increase our chances for seeing some rain. And it still looks like cooler weather will be moving in by the end of the week and most of next week. It's going to be kind of chilly.
So we expect that up and down. But Jim, we have some Feel Good Friday news from the Weather Center tonight as well, right?
That's right. The space station is going to be visible tonight starting at 9:16 this evening. Look to the northwest, about a third of the way above the horizon. It'll look like a moving star, and it's going to be almost directly overhead before it heads on off to the east and southeast. It'll only be visible for 3 minutes, so you don't want to miss it.
All right. Thank you, Jim, for the heads up. We appreciate it. After the break, of course, we have more good news for you. How two Eaton County boys are sharing their love of reading with the rest of Mid-Michigan and beyond. But first, more from that virtual choir.
You just call home to brother.
We all need somebody to lean on.
I just might have a problem and understand.
We all need somebody to lean on.
Welcome back. It's Feel Good Friday, and we're keeping the good news going with two boys from Vermontville. Since schools are out, they wanted to do something nice for kids who enjoy reading as much as they do. And what they're doing is starting to catch on.
Hello, welcome to Will and Levi's reading channel for kids. He's Levi. He's Will.
2 weeks ago, 9-year-old Will and 8-year-old Levi started their own YouTube channel.
We know that kids are home because of the virus. So we know that most people don't have easy access to libraries or bookstores. So we thought it might be nice to give other kids the joy of reading through our voices.
I'm gonna read to you No David by David Shannon.
I take it that you both like reading, is that right?
Yes. That is actually my favorite thing to do at free time.
My favorites are usually like graphic novels.
Thank you, Kaylee, for recommending this book. Her favorite animal is, in fact, a sheep.
He's Will.
And he's Levi.
And let's begin.
Will and Levi's mom, Allie, holds the camera for the videos.
It's really fun to watch, and I really like just watching the planning that goes into it for them. They really take a lot of time to pick out the books that they want to do. They practice the books. We do probably 10 takes of every read aloud, just because they want it to be perfect.
And people are starting to notice.
People from all over the country are watching it.
Really? That's really cool.
And they are sending nice emails to us.
From California, from Maine, you know, all and kind of in between, just saying that it's brightening their day.
Slop. Yummy, yummy slop. He really likes slop.
It all started with the book, I Really Like Slop.
That was our first read aloud, and it went big.
Since then, the boys have posted more than 20 videos.
Warning, this is really funny, so kids, try not to laugh your pants off.
Most are stories, but some are poems, and there's even one read-along where you can sing along, too.
I love you forever.
We hope we're cheering people up all over the United States and more countries. And we wanted people to be happy, and we just wanted to say, we want people to love reading.
Thank you for listening to Levi and Will's reading channel for kids. I'm Will.
I'm Levi.
And we just wanted to say bye. Bye.
And Will and Levi tell me they take requests too. You can find a link to their YouTube channel under the Scene on 6 section of our website, WLNS.com. Up next, a story about MSU athletics using their time off the field to score points for the community. Keep it here. Welcome back. Nick Manis is joining us now. And Nick, some MSU officials are trading in football helmets for face masks right now.
Yeah, that's right, Siobhan. Knowing how to sew comes into handy right now. 3 Spartan alums are helping our community by stitching with a purpose.
With his personal sewing machine on hand, the head equipment manager for the Michigan State football team and his friends are doing their part to fight the COVID-19 pandemic.
Sewing is using football equipment. We usually are repairing jerseys, but obviously without being on the football field right now for spring football, we can use that skill that we've developed and put it towards good use.
We just watched YouTube videos, so I was like trying to mimic what they did on the YouTube video, go off what Andrew knows from being able to sew, and I'm just kind of the laborer and cut stuff.
We will continue to make masks as long as we are self-quarantined and self-isolating. So for the next 30 days, we will be making masks and we will be sending them to local healthcare workers and nursing homes and sharing with family and friends.
The idea to make the masks first came from Andrew's mom, who's a case management nurse in Ann Arbor. The steps to make one are pretty simple, and these Spartan alums assured me that anyone can do it.
All right, Andrew, go ahead and show me how to make one of these.
All right, so we start with the 3 separate material that has already been pre-cut by Garrett. We lay the Spartan white one down with the green base right on top. And
flannel on the back end.
Flannel on the back end, which ends up being the filter in the middle. As you sew it all together and you flip it through, this ends up being in the middle.
So thicker material to be that kind of filter altogether.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's all about just keeping it straight, pretty much.
Yep, keeping it straight, making sure that you make contact with all 3 materials so that when you flip it through that they're all sewn and stitched together.
It's all about being gentle, being agile.
Perfect.
All right.
And then you pull it around, so that's how it has the expanding ability. So,
how do I look? Not bad?
We would love to share our best practices and tips so that other people hopefully are inspired to help.
It's not going to happen the first time around, probably not the second time, so just stick with it. You are going to be able to help somebody, even if you don't know them directly. Somebody who's going to benefit if you're able to help make 1 mask, 10 masks, 100 masks, whatever it is. There's somebody who will be on the benefiting side of that. It might even be yourself.
It's really great what those guys are doing. Not only are these masks comfortable, but they're machine washable too.
Awesome, Nick. Thank you so much. And this is great information, as the president just moments ago recommended that people wear cloth masks when they're out, though this is voluntary. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be right back.
Desde WLNS, esto es 6 News.
Hola, buenas tardes, soy Araceli Crescencio, te doy la bienvenida a tu actualización del Canal 6. Hoy es 23 de abril y empezamos. Decenas de manifestantes se reunieron fuera de la casa de la gobernadora Whitmer esta tarde para exigirle que abra de nuevo el estado. Durante una conferencia de prensa ayer, la gobernadora dijo que probablemente extenderá la orden ejecutiva "Quédate en casa, mantente seguro", pero relajará algunas restricciones para abrir piezas de la economía. Los organizadores de esta protesta dicen que hacer una manifestación como esta es más personal que hacerla en la capital, en la esperanza de transmitir su mensaje de poder volver a trabajar y volver a la vida antes del virus. Y hoy nuevos números muestran que el coronavirus continúan creciendo en Michigan. El Departamento de Salud y Servicios Humanos del estado ha confirmado que ahora hay más de 35,000 casos en el estado. Esto es un aumento de más de 1,300 casos desde ayer. También hay cerca de 3,000 muertes. Eso es 164 más que el día anterior. Y más de 4.4 millones de trabajadores despedidos solicitaron beneficios de desempleo en el país la semana pasada, mientras el país sigue cerrando y practicando distancia social para prevenir la dispersión del virus. Casi 26 millones de personas ahora han presentado aplicaciones para recibir beneficios de desempleo en las 5 semanas desde que comenzó el brote de la pandemia. Ha forzado a millones de empleadores a cerrar sus puertas. 1 de 6 trabajadores americanos han perdido sus trabajos desde mediados de marzo. Esta es la peor cadena de despidos en el registro y probablemente va a empeorar. Los economistas han pronosticado que la tasa de desempleo para abril puede subir hasta el 20%. Y de vuelta aquí en Mid-Michigan, incluso Sparty de la Universidad de Michigan está en línea con los esfuerzos para protegernos del coronavirus. Ahora mismo se enseña que está usando una máscara apropiadamente en colores verde y blanco. Los oficiales de salud recomiendan que todos utilicen una máscara cuando salgan al público. Y el bebé rinocerontes Jolly del zoológico de Potter Park Zoo está aprendiendo a jugar en el lodo y por consecuencia empezó a hacerlo en el Día Internacional de la Madre Tierra boda que se celebró ayer. Su madre Dopsy pasó el día enseñándole la mejor manera de rodarse. Los rinos negros orientales están en peligro crítico y solo quedan unos 5,000 en su hábitat natural. El zoológico de Potter Park está cerrado ahora por la pandemia, pero todavía puede apoyar sus esfuerzos de conservación haciendo una donación en su sitio web. Usted encontrará un enlace en nuestra página wlns.com. Y te queremos recordar que Noticias 6 está aquí para ti mientras siga avanzando el brote de la pandemia. Le ofreceremos cobertura continua de las últimas actualizaciones de la crisis del COVID-19 en el aire, en línea en wlns.com y a través de nuestra aplicación de Noticias 6. También puede contar con esta actualización en español de lunes a viernes. Eso es todo por hoy. Muchas gracias por el privilegio de su tiempo. Que tengan una feliz tarde. Hasta mañana.
Now we're moving through Hillsdale. Visibility really reduced as some of the heavier snow was pushing through. Didn't last all that long, and once the snow stops, then it melts pretty quickly. That's what we saw on our WLNS tower cam. Snow was in the median on grassy areas, and then as soon as it stops, it pretty quickly melts. Temperature here at the station at 35 degrees. Maximum wind today 21 miles per hour. In Grand Ledge, you've seen your share of snow showers today. Temperature at 34 degrees. Feels like temperature also at 34. Not too bad. In Jackson, you can see we've got some snow showers coming down. Temperature at 34 degrees, winds 13, which gives you a wind chill currently of 25 degrees. Readings across mid-Michigan. Now, as a snow shower moves through, you go from 34, 35 degrees, and you quickly drop down to around 31, 30 degrees, and then as it moves out, you kind of pop back up. Mason had a pretty good snow shower recently. Temperature dropped about 3 or 4 degrees, now back up to 33 currently. So we look at the satellite and radar, the widespread snow to our east, snow showers here in mid-Michigan. However, tonight through tomorrow morning, quiet start. I think the worst case for us would be a passing flurry. Through the day, we'll get some sunshine, but then clouds will start to increase. There's the next weather maker. It's not going to be here very long at all, but the timing.
Welcome parents, grandparents, friends, and students as WLNS presents Celebrating the Class of 2020.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones. Tonight we honor the senior class of 2020. Unlike most who came before them because of the global pandemic, their final year of high school came to an abrupt end. For some, their last day came and went without any fanfare. That being said, graduating high school is still a huge accomplishment, and we want to take the next hour to celebrate. Throughout this program, you'll hear speeches from famous coaches, lawmakers, and local valedictorians, all giving the class of 2020 their congratulations and words of wisdom as they transition into the next chapter of their lives. You'll also see pictures of 2020 seniors submitted by the graduates as well as their parents. We begin tonight with the University of Michigan football coach Jim Harbaugh and Michigan State University basketball coach Tom Izzo.
Hello, class of 2020. Congratulations on your graduation. I'm Jim Harbaugh, head football coach at the University of Michigan. It is a great blessing, honor, and a privilege to be able to talk to you today as we celebrate your graduation. Celebrating the dream in quarantine. Tremendous accomplishment.
Well, I want to congratulate you, class of 2020. I'm proud of each and every one of you for all you've accomplished. And as you get ready to take the next step in your life, I want to talk about a few things that I think can help. You've had obstacles thrown in your way this year like no other senior class in the history of the United States. There were events that you were forced to miss, from proms, to games, to concerts, to shows. You missed open houses, and now you've even missed graduation. But hopefully through this, you've had time to look and had a greater sense of appreciation for all that we do have. It's our time to push the pause button.
We continue to honor the class of 2020 tonight with speeches from some of the top lawmakers in Michigan, including Governor Gresham Whitmer, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, and both Michigan U.S. Senators. We begin with Governor Whitmer.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. This is an incredible accomplishment during an unprecedented time, and the hard work you've put in has paid off.
This has been a challenging couple of months, and we want to thank
each of you who have stayed home and stayed safe during this time.
Wow, what a year it's been for you, unlike anything you could have imagined. So first of all, let me say congratulations to you and your family who have supported you along this path called life. Well, you most definitely had a curveball thrown at you this year with COVID-19. And all the plans you made for your last semester of school had to be put aside so that you could be healthy and safe. Knowing that doesn't make it any easier, but one thing I have learned through this pandemic is how to live in a state of gratitude, to be thankful for all the amazing things we do have, including our family and friends, our goals and dreams. Remember, the virus cannot take away your attitude, drive, or aspirations. Don't let the pandemic overshadow those special memories that you've shared with your classmates over the past 13 years. I know you will always cherish them. I have one last lesson for you. Did you know that at 211 degrees, water is hot, but at 212 degrees, it boils? Raising the temperature of water by just 1 extra degree means the difference between something that is very hot and something that generates enough force to become steam, and that steam can power many things, even a locomotive. It is an interesting metaphor, and it should push us to make the extra effort in everything we do. It should remind us that even the smallest of things can make a tremendous difference. How many opportunities in your life do you think you've missed because you weren't aware of the possibilities that might have happened if you would have just applied a small amount of effort beyond what you normally would? I remember when I was your age and I really wanted to go here at Michigan State University. I'm from a small town on the west side of the state, and my guidance counselor didn't think MSU was the right fit for me. I know that he thought he had my best interests in mind when he said that Michigan State was just too big for me and I would be lost on campus. Well, I didn't want to be limited by someone else's expectations for me, so I applied, got accepted, and graduated with honors. I always look back at my time here at MSU as some of the best years of my life. So remember, your dreams are your own, no one else's. They're not your parents, not your academic advisors. They are your own. Don't let anyone get in the way of your goals. I've learned there is no real secret to success. You just have to put in the effort. And now you know about the 212-degree rule that will help you achieve exponential results. It is your life. From this day forward, commit to living at 212 degrees in everything you do. Add it to your thinking, into your being, and apply it to your actions, because I guarantee it will pay off for you. This is a fresh start for you. Embrace it. Take the opportunity to try new things. You might fail, but just remember to learn from it and try again. And I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and take risks. Also, don't be afraid to use your voice. Speak up. Stay true to yourself. You deserve to be heard. Our world needs to hear your unique perspective. Be kind and compassionate. You never know what someone else is going through.